Joe Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Hi, this is Mat Bradley-Tschirgi here with Joe Sullivan here at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Nice to see you, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Matt. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. And what do we have behind us here?
So we're really excited this year at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So today is the 40th anniversary. Like today is the 40th anniversary of the launch of the original NES in North America.
Wow.
And to celebrate that, we have a very special collection behind us in the museum. So we have a complete in-box set of all of the licensed North American titles that were released here, minus the box for Stadium Events, which was the rarest Nintendo cart. We do have the cart actually right behind me, right over here. But it is a fantastic collection together. It's donated for display by our good friend John Hancock. And what we have done that's a little bit different, that we can't find any record of this ever happening before, is instead of displaying them alphabetically just from A to Z, we actually have taken the time and we have them displayed chronologically.
Wow.
So you can see the actual evolution of the games from the original launch black box titles to starting to branch out as these other companies were producing games. And it tells a really, really cool story of just the whole evolution of the Nintendo game cartridge.
And a big part of the evolution of Nintendo is Nintendo had their first party magazine, at least over here.
Yes,
you can see some covers,
yeah.
Nintendo Power.
So,
and here we have, is this the original covers and some of the sketches? Or?
So yeah, these are here. This is a fantastic exhibit that we were very thrilled to be able to bring out. The Art of Nintendo Power. Stephen Reese manages this exhibit. They do shows all over the country, but it features a lot of original art from the magazine, including covers, posters. And he even has some. If you remember when we were kids, people would send an envelope art.
Oh yeah.
He has some of those original envelopes
matched
to the pages in the magazine. That had just a really, the completeness and everything there. It tells a fantastic story. There is one really cool piece I'd like to show you, actually, if that's okay.
Thank you so much.
My absolute favorite piece in this collection is over here. And what we have is this iconic cover over here for the Super Metroid Player's Guide for Super Nintendo. A lot of people had this as a kid, back before we had the internet to figure out what to do. What most people don't know, unless you've seen the original painting, is that Samus, the main character from Super Metroid, is on this cover. And she is literally front and center. That in all of their wisdom, Nintendo decided to just cover her up with the Super Metroid title card there. So it blows my mind, again, that your main character wasn't there. And you wouldn't know this unless you actually got to see the original piece of art.
And you can see, how big the piece of art is, all the rich colors in there from, is that airbrush?
So I'm not sure exactly what medium they utilized for it, but it is really awesome just to get a chance to see them in person.
Sure, and back with Nintendo Power, they sometimes would include Player's Guide as a bonus if people re-up their subscription.
Yep.
Was that the case with the Super Metroid one?
So that one was available as an option. Typically you got to pick from a few different ones if you did re-up your subscription, but they were also commercially available. And
oh wow! Okay.
Really well-written guides back in the day too.
Right.
Super nostalgic in their own right.
With the color photos and illustrations and everything.
Yep. So can I show you some other stuff?
Yeah,
over
sure.
Here? So this is the first time we have this amazing FMV Zone exhibit here that this team has put together just an awesome work telling the whole history and the story behind FMV games. We're talking about full motion video games.
Right.
And they have, if we can walk over here, they have some amazing artifacts set up and really getting into just a lot of this really cool stuff from our history, starting off with the origins of it here with Dragon's Lair, Myst, Seventh Guest. These were all games I remember growing up and have really fond memories of struggling through. But they have put together just an absolutely gorgeous exhibit, and the video gamer me, I want to highlight one of the things in particular that I think is just absolutely bonkers. And that's over here. We have this terrifying, looks like a Minotaur kind of mask here. The story behind this one, I think, is really fascinating, where this is the development of Doom for the 3DO was intended to have full motion video cutscenes in there. And they produced those scenes, and they had actors wearing, these outrageous costumes. One of those costumes was the Baron of Hell character. And this was the mask that person wore for those FMV scenes. They ended up actually getting cut from the final game, and the story goes that they filmed all the scenes, and then approximately 2 weeks before the game was set to publish, they just showed up and said, hey, here, can you put these in the game for us? And the developer was like, what are you doing? Like, no, this doesn't work like that. But to be able to find something and they've been able to trace and match it back to the original stuff that, again, was actually never officially released is really, really fascinating to see.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, if you like that, I have a book coming out next year from White Owl Books in the UK that's a history of Doom video games.
Wow.
And I got to speak to the developer that worked on this, Rebecca Heineman.
Very cool.
So, but I've never seen this in person. That's such a great piece.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Again, the team here has done a fantastic job putting together a really thorough exhibit, telling just a very complete story, and they're going to be doing some Let's Plays and some interactive elements just throughout the day too. And we're just thrilled to have it here.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
for your
my
time. Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thanks, man.